Good evening and welcome to this, the first broadcasted episode of Ring Classic. We're here to showcase to you some of the best UK, London-based wrestling that you can find anywhere. And for our first match here, we have Diana Masters, the War Girl Fragger, both part of factions who will be fighting for the Tag Team Championships later tonight. So please sit back, get ready to enjoy the show.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring.
And as our wonderful announcer has just said, this is Diana Masters. And for any of you who isn't lucky enough to have seen her perform before, you are about to see a showcase of classic wrestling styles, full of good suplexes, great striking, and just excellent, a real contrast to her opponent who is about to come out next.
And her opponent, from Melbourne, Australia, War Fragger.
Now here we go, here is the War Girl Fragger. Of course, one of the illustrious members of the Warboy faction? Cult? Well, either way, you'll be seeing them later tonight as well. But as you can imagine with anyone with the name War in their name, I wouldn't be prepared to see them busting out any classic wrestling staples. Be prepared to witness some heavy strikes, hard blows, and all out a big brawling style. And some very nice face paint. A real aggressive woman. Well, I do hope you are all ready for this, the first match broadcasted for Ring Classic. The first bell, here we go. And Diana already starting off with a powerful power slam. Already attempting to out-wrestle the War Girl and putting the boots to her arm. Maybe setting up for something a bit bigger, and here we go. Probably the first of many gut-wrench suplexes, just throwing the other woman across the ring. But Fragger is... Oh! Fragger already striking back herself with a big knee, taking down Diana. Targeting the arm as well. Perhaps there is more strategy behind the traditionally brawling and high-risk style of Fragger. Kicking out before even the one count, Diana will not be put down so easily. As each woman tries to get on any offense in, they both clearly know each other very well as it goes counter for counter. A loud chop followed by a quick suplex. Again, these two women really just countering blow for blow. Working Fragger over, and again, another gut-wrench suplex. Just showing her strength and wrestling technique. Making sure the crowd is definitely on her side as she goes for that pin. One. Barely the one count as Fragger kicks out. Just trying to get that quick victory, as you never know when this ref might just count a little bit faster for you. Whipping Fragger into the corner, perhaps setting up for something big, and Fragger with the quick counter, climbing to the top rope, but Diana meets her quickly with a flurry of blows. Fragger gets the counter and kicks her back, and a big drop kick off the top rope. I bet that's not exactly what Diana had in mind when she first threw her there. Fragger trying to keep Diana on the ground, but Diana quickly getting back to her feet. Fragger to just send her straight into the corner again, and reaching for that, and hitting that big boot in the corner. Perhaps going for the pin, but no. Slowing the match down and aiming for Diana's arm, perhaps making sure that she can't put in the submissions later. The War Girl definitely has more in her mind than just kicking Diana's skull in. Fragger perhaps going for an early cover, Kicking out even before the 1 count. Some wasted energy from Diana Masters, perhaps some smart mind games from Wargirl Fraga. Setting up for something and a submission. Pulling on the already damaged arm from earlier, the Wargirl wanting to maybe get this tap-out victory to really just show off the fact that she can wrestle as well, but Diana powers her way out of it. But it looks like the damage has already been done. Picking Fraga back up and the Irish whip into another turnbuckle. Up for something she's been trying to hit the entire match. Fraga unable to counter as Diana Masters hits one of her signature moves, the mug shot. Stepping back to admire her handiwork, she's setting up for something big again. As Fraga struggles to her feet, Diana comes running in, the twirl a whirl, and she locks in that armbar, hopefully seeing she can get the tap out as quickly as possible. And she gets it. The Wargirl Fraga has tapped out. Perhaps a preview of what could happen later tonight for the Annex. As here we see the scintillating replays of the wonderful match that just happened. Of course, Fraga targeting the arm the entire night, but it didn't seem to be able to do enough to make sure she could escape that deadly armbar. Again, Fraga spent this entire match hoping to be able to escape the armbar of Diana Masters, but it was clearly all for naught, as she still tapped out to the powerful submission move. Just really the signal for the end of the entire match, as that mugshot clearly hit Fraga as hard as possible. And now slow motion, excellent view of this match-ending submission move. As the arm is bent backwards, Fraga struggles for the rope. She couldn't quite make it, and the tap-out happens. Celebrating her victory here as the crowd was behind Diana the entire time.
Here is your winner, Diana Masters.
Now as we move on to our next match, a triple threat with two people you may already be aware of if you watch the fantastic show, CWL. We have John Spartacus, MD, and Neverman, Adrian Bourne.
Making his way to the ring from Limerick, Ireland, weighing in at 212 pounds, Aiden Bourne.
Now, of course, Aiden Bourne, dubbing himself the Neverman. Perhaps feeling like he's often set back when compared to others, but now he has a real chance to showcase his skills against two top-tier talents across the entire world.
And his opponent, first, from Belfast, Northern Ireland, weighing in at 206 pounds, the best, and...
Now, of course, here we have a man calling himself the best in the world, a fellow Irishman when compared to Adrian Bourne, MD. A man of simple words, considering he only has 2 syllables in his name, but he's one of the people who can definitely live up to the title, the best in the world. MD, a multi-time champion in many places he has wrestled, but wrestling for the first time here in Ring Classic.
from Rome, Italy, weighing in at 280 pounds, John Spectacular.
And here we have the impressive, the indomitable, the near indestructible John Spartacus. A man whose physique is comparable to the Greek gods he probably believes in. Now, if you have somehow never seen this man wrestle before, you are about to see a man who embodies power, embodies a good beard, and embodies the Centaurian helmet he is wearing. Now, as sure as everyone knows in any kind of triple threat, this match could really be anyone's game right now. But if I was to pick a favorite, it would nearly always be John Spartacus. How can anyone even come close to standing up to such a specimen of a professional wrestler? He has everything you need to win this match. Power, stamina to go the distance, and an impressive moveset that will keep you on your toes the entire time. Now all three of these men prepare for what is bound to be a real slobber knocker of a match. American words. John already showcasing his skills with a judo chop and just throwing MD right to the ground. Making sure he is the dominant man out of the gate, but Adrian suplexing the much bigger John Spartacus. Perhaps each man vying for to be seen as the top contender in this triple threat. Perhaps the two smaller men will do the smarter thing and target the bigger man of John Spartacus. MD definitely trying to watch and pick his moment as these two other men really go for it. And it does appear the Irishmen are teaming up against John Spartacus and already changing their minds as they go about brawling themselves. Oh, a big Olympic slam from MD, sending Adrian out to the side of the ring to catch his breath as John picks his moment and battles with his CWL brethren. MD ducking under, going for a kick, but John seems to avoid it, and a powerful blow knocking MD back. Adrian taking out the ref, a move that doesn't necessarily need to happen in a no disqualification match, but I guess he's just showing his colors as he goes toe-to-toe with John in the corner. John managing to take back control. And the pair just countering each other, clearly studying each other's tapes. Oh, and John getting interrupted as I think he's about to throw Adrian into the corner post, as MD clearly wants to show his skills against John. Tossing John out of the ring and stepping out to follow him into one of the concrete covered area, leaving John to catch his breath as MD hopes to try and win this match while John is dazed outside. Adrian getting back on top and countering as MD crawls into the corner. And the big alley-oop leaving MD just unprotected as he slams his back on the floor. John seems to get his wits back about him, powering up and just kicking right in the middle of both of these moves, and the fall of Rome busting MD open. Blood being spilled in the early moments of this match. Let's see if John can capture the win, but a 2 count. A bloodied MD sitting up, and as I expected right away, John really leading the battle for this match. John getting kicked and seemed to be accepting exactly what's going to happen to him in a moment as MD hits his neck breaker, knocking John to the ground and struggling to get up. Adrian hitting back and managing to hit that big move, the Murphy's Law. And going for the cover, the smart thing while John is still down, and MD kicking out at 1. MD really showing why he could be called the best in the world, and John just going straight for that clothesline on the man who's down and attempting to get the sneaky cover while Adrian tries to put the crowd as each of them try to cover MD. Even though he kicked out earlier, John hits his spear, taking down the Neverman and really seeing if he can live up to his new nickname as John takes the win. Just as I predicted at the start of the match, John Sparting is showing everyone here in Ring Classic why he is a man to be feared, why he is a man to live up to his powerful name. Here showing where MD was busted open by that Fall of Rome right in the middle of the ring, but kicking out at 2. While Adrian the Neverman did live up to his name, he clearly showed that he had the heart and determination to try and get the win. Now this is the real match ender here when John hit his giant spear, looking like he split Adrian in half. I can't really see how it's possible for anyone to be able to kick out of that, Neverman or not.
Here is your winner.
Of course, John celebrating his match, really showing why he is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Well, after that fantastic triple threat that really just showed off the power of John Spartacus being able to fight off 2 other men, we lead into our next match for the Ring of Classic Tag Team Championships. We have the team of The Annex with Jason McKay and Owen Parker, the champions defending their titles against the War Boys, Haas and Crom. Now, of course, we have the challengers coming out first, as you would expect. The real breakneck, hard-hitting Australian team. Crom, the big man. Haas, the little one. The War Boys. Now, as I'm sure they were watching the match later that night, they're hoping they can get the win for their faction and make it to take the Ring Classic Tag Team titles from Jason McKay and Owen Park of The Annex. Just an impressive tag team duo, making names across the world with their hard-hitting style, impressive bald heads, good glowy goggles, and great face paint. One of the best teams out there purely from a teamwork perspective. While they may not get all the wins they should, they definitely work together as a pair of the best out there. Now, of course, next we have here the Ring Classic Tag Team Champions, Jason McKay and Owen Parker. Now, the team known as The Annex have been one of the stronger teams in Ring Classic, really being able to showcase their wrestling skills to defend these titles at their every core. It's more of the pair coming out first. That is Owen Parker, and his tag team partner, the larger man of the two, is James McKay. While they have held these tag team championships for a fair amount of time and defended them, as you should expect any champion to do, this could be a real test for the pair. As I said, the War Boys are a real deadly combination of people, and James McKay himself has just returned from a semi-successful run, the American company, Super Pro. Now the pair coming down to the ring together, looking as confident as you'd expect any champion to be. The Annex are a real good combination of strength and size, one to match even the War Boys themselves. And there we have some of the best looking titles in Ring Classic, the Tag Team Championships. Now these 4 warriors are about to go out there and showcase to you why either one of them would deserve to be your Ring Classic Tag Team Champions. We have a beautiful Tag Team Championship.
War Boy Haas.
Here we have your challengers, Warboy Crom, Warboy Haas,
On
the
way
War
to the
Boys.
ring.
If you can't figure out what
At a
they're about for their
combined weight
names,
of
I really do worry about
423
you.
pounds,
And then, of course, your
War
champions,
Boy
Jason McKay,
Haas
Owen
and
Park,
War
the Annex.
Boy Crom.
These four men just wanting to make sure that they will end the night with gold for their faction.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 507 pounds, they are the Classic Tag Team Jason McKay and Owen Parker.
Here we have the titles being handed off to the referee, showing you everyone exactly what these men are fighting for. Accolades, gold, that the War Boys will probably make chrome if they win. And here we go, we have the small man, Haas, going up against Jason McKay. And already seeing why this would be a problem if this is how you're going to start your fight. But Haas not one to back down, taking the fight to the much bigger man, slapping and kicking away, and Jason just instantly being able to take control of the match, slamming Haas right back onto the floor. Now the goggles-wearing man turning it right back around with a Hurricane Rana and dragging Jason McKay off, maybe hoping to set up for some kind of top rope or tag team move, as he tags in the much smarter choice, the big man of the War Boys, Crom. Already pushing apart showing off his power, manhandling Jason McKay in a way that's probably not expected for anyone his size, going for the powerbomb, but Jason McKay turning it right back around. Bringing Crom to his feet, throwing him into the corner, maybe tagging in his smaller man as the pair tags up and goes for a very simple but effective tag team maneuver. You can't do power moves if your arm is damaged. Picking up Crom and with a very impressive slam, throwing him up over his head. While being the smaller man of the team, Owen Park clearly has the power all of his own. Wearing down the big man, but Crom powers his way out and answers it with a suplex of his own, instantly putting the smaller man down and taking control of the match. Setting up for, again, just trying to wear the champion down, really hoping that the War Boys will be able to overpower and outlast the more wrestling-based team. Oh, just clawing and smashing at Owen Park's face. A simple but very effective move. Bringing Owen to his feet and taking him right back down with the STO. Crom really has been in control of this match since Owen tagged back in. Perhaps the Annex are regretting their choices of tagging their bigger man out. Oh, but Owen is already countering and trying to get control back of this match, lifting the big man Crom up for a stalling suplex, really showing that they can go toe-for-toe with the bigger man. And just cranking the neck, slowing down the match to a pace that better suits him. Not letting the War Boys dictate how fast-paced the match will be. Going for the tag perhaps, but Crom just taking out Jason McKay and perhaps setting up for something bigger, and the uppercut. Just taking Owen Park off his feet. Trying to keep Jason McKay in the War Boys' corner. Now tagging in the smaller man and going small man for small man, as the War Boys have really been dictating the speed of this match this entire time, ranging from a brawling, hard-hitting style to even just some slower, more... Ooh! Interrupting myself to say Owen Park got that counter into the senton, being able to wrestle control back to the Annex's corner. Getting her back in the corner and appearing to set up for something big, but just going to the tag to the bigger half of Annex. Jason McKay getting right back into the ring and taking the fight to Haas, into the corner. But Haas makes the counter, getting a bulldog, knocking the man straight flat on his face. Again, both tag teams playing smart, trying to keep the other half in the corner, and right away tagging back in the power side of the War Boys. Crom making his presence really felt until Jason McKay makes sure to get the tag back in and reaching for his head and dragging Crom right to the other side of the ring. Both teams just trying to split the ring directly in half to make sure they can keep control. What's this? A powerful deadlift powerbomb by Jason McKay. Really trying to knock the tattoos right off of Crom's head. Rolling out of the ring, and Crom gets right back inside. Jason McKay looks to be playing the crowd, but that mistake clearly cost him, as he's right into the corner of the War Boys, setting up for a big tag team maneuver. Oh, and just taking the back of Jason McKay's head square off his shoulders. Haas setting up for something, but Jason McKay powering out of it and knocking the smaller man straight to the floor. Once again, while the fight is in Haas, I do think it's a real problem when this power game he's just outmatched. Showing his strength by just picking up Haas like a child and slamming him right back down to the floor. And overpowering the small man with a series of blows straight to his skull. Picking him back up, Haas really is just getting his shit kicked in. Am I allowed to swear? I'll swear, it's fine. And the double team maneuver really working out for them as Haas hits a super kick. He can pick up the win here. It's a very powerful super kick from the small man. But Owen Parker is right there to make sure that doesn't happen. Avoiding all their moves, Haas to the top rope. Could he be looking for his Swanton Bomb? Really knocking the wind out of Jason McKay and be able to kick the cover, but Owen Park is right there to make sure that they do not lose their tag belts. Really showing how much of a great tag team they are. Of course, the momentum is all on Haas's side here. You can really see if he can keep the big man down to get those titles and bust it open. A real bloody night for the first night of Ring Classic. As Haas hits another knee, knocking Jason McKay to the floor. It must be hurting his bleeding head as Haas admires his handiwork, seeing the mess he has made of this much larger man, showing that size definitely isn't everything. Another bulldog sends him directly face first into the ground. Since being busted open, Jason McKay just seems to be struggling to get any offense in, as the smaller man is just attacking over and over again. Haas looking to make another tag team move with his partner. And Jason McKay fighting out of it. Perhaps thinking of something big to really shift the momentum back to the champions. Very smartly tagging out. He's taken a lot of offense from the past few minutes, as the much less tired man, Owen Park, is raring to go. They clearly both want to make sure that they can keep the championships out of the hands of the Annex. A unique backbreaker, making sure switching the momentum right back to their team. Owen Park has slowed things a bit down here. That might really help this team keep their championship. The slower pace definitely does not help the War Boys' case, but they've managed to counter their way back out of it. And another super kick, really showing them why the War Boys are here in this championship match. Owen Park has managed to counter. Between the ropes, could be going for his DT, but no, a neck breaker. Could he get the... No, he not managed to get the tag, but countering with a kick. He could get the tag here, but he's deciding to fight on. As Owen Parker hits him with that big suplex. Being able to toss the small man across the ring, even if he is the smaller half of this team. And what's this? A Boston Crab. This is Owen Park's finisher. Warboy Haas could tap, But he's crawling to the ropes, perhaps even reaching for a tag. He could make it, but Owen Parker drops the submission. Interesting tactic. Maybe he knew that the Warboy wouldn't tap as he watches on, wondering what he has to do to keep these championships in his team's grasp. Really, just these men must be so tired, catching his breath back. Haas crawling to this bigger man and Owen Parker seeming to let him. Maybe not wanting to stop the tag, wanting to prove that he can beat the bigger half of the Warboys, beat them when they're strong. While the two pairs struggle in the Warboys' half of the ring, he's definitely making a statement to this team of bruisers. Big elbow drop. Looking like, nope, Haas has made the counter. Could he be trying to get to his partner and make the very important tag at this point? But no, Owen Parker fighting out of the Warboys' corner. And again, another just tossing Haas across the ring. Not able to get the tag, Owen Parker has cut him off, even if he is in enemy territory. He has just cut the entire momentum in half for the Warboys. Haas keeps fighting back. Big move there, signaling maybe for some kind of comeback with a chop. Clothesline from Haas, followed by another. Ducks under the hit area and a super kick again. Really looking to make sure that maybe the Annexes do not have any heads on their shoulders at the end of the match. Our standing senton really just putting all his minuscule weights down on Owen Parker. And another super kick. Haas really clearly wants the titles for the Warboys here. He could be setting up for something big. Could it be? Yes, it appears to be the Doomsday Device. Now this could be the sign of a title change, where these Australian pair could be the new. Owen Parker kicks out of the Doomsday Device, showing the real grit and determination that this team needs to stay champions. Countering a clothesline that could be coming, and lifting Crom again. Showing that the Annex really is just a team of power and a team of champions. Thrust into the corner. What could Owen Parker be setting up for here? And just dirty tactics, rushing his face against the ropes, but you need to keep those championships. And clearly the Warboys have taken the Annex to their very best. Putting Crom up on the top rope. Could be out for something massive here. The top rope DDT from Owen Parker, and now this could signal the end. We'll have to see if Haas can really collect himself to stop this 3 count. And he cannot. The Annex retain their championships in a hard-fought battle against the Warboys. This faction really proving why they are the champions.
Here are your winners, and
Here we have the definitive, the best tag team in maybe the UK, could be considered the world. The Ring Classic Tag Team Champions. With blood all over Jason McKay's face, Owen Parker really pulling his weight here, showing exactly why they are a team not to be trifled with. Now our next match here, we have Ivy White against Amber Arcade. This is for the Ring Classic Women's Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Ring Classic Women's Championship.
Now this following contest is a one full match. As our lovely announcer is saying, it's for the Ring Classic Women's Championship. Now of course here we have entering the Challenger. Having made a name for herself over in America, wrestled a number of times across the UK, it's the one and the only Amber Arcade. Now, while not often known for winning, she is known for fighting until the very bitter end. Now, this could be her chance to really put herself on the map in Ring Classic, coming here and winning the championship off of the despicably fighting Ivy White. Now, this should be considered. Amber Arcade could be considered the underdog here, which she naturally is in nearly all her matches. But that is a very good way to make sure people are caught off guard by you. Now, I'm sure as our champion makes her way to the ring, you'll be able to hear who the crowd is behind. Looking annoyed to even have to defend her prestigious championship. This is one Ivy White. Very much no nonsense, angry, brutal woman. Here to make sure everyone knows she is champion for a reason. Here we have our amazing Ring Classic Women's Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Cardiff, Wales, the brawler Amber Archangel. Introducing the champion from Chelsea, England. She is the Ring Classic Women's Champion, Ivy White.
Here we have these two both wanting to prove themselves here. Ivy White wanting to cement herself as the top women's champion in Ring Classic. And Amber Arcade wanting to prove that she can take this title from this tyrant. Opening moments of the match. We'll just have to see who can get the momentum as quickly as possible. Already just shoving Amber to the ground by her ponytail, proving to you exactly why Ivy White has the reputation that she has. But Amber able to get the counter quickly with the arm drag. Now, while deceptively small, it's known that Amber is incredibly strong, but maybe not strong enough to overcome Ivy White's flurry of powerful offense. Oh, just stamping on the fingers, the utterly disgraceful behavior from a very good and well-fought champion. Amber clearly not standing for it, missing with the knee, maybe getting a bit short, but able to counter with the back body drop, sending Ivy up over her head. These two really are just going blow for blow, counter for counter, as Amber is whipped into the corner. And this quick clothesline knocking her to the ground. Chorus of boos for our amazing champion. Quick one count and then a quick cover. This could be the end of the match. And no, not even a one count from Amber. That could be a mistake. Wasting power she really doesn't have. Ivy White clearly just not taking Amber seriously, but maybe that German suplex from the second rope will make her understand. Quick kick to the back. Amber just clearly annoyed with Ivy White's behavior. And up, here we go. Amber showing her power with the deadlift powerbomb. And a quick cover. Not even a one count. Both these women refusing to even get tiered to number 2 right now. Champion with the arm drag, knocking Amber to her knees and dragging her across the ring. Amber fighting out before whatever dastardly thing Ivy White had planned. Irish whipping her across the ring, bouncing off the ropes, ducking under, and Ivy White countering with a knee to the chest. Up, a quick float over the Russian leg sweep, knocking Amber to the floor, and Ivy just constantly showing off, showing how disrespectful a dominant champion can be, and a big knee to the head, maybe right to the nose. Some kind of bone could have happened to be broken there. Managed to roll away out the stomp, but Amber whipping Ivy into the corner, tossing her up. Another big back body drop. Just punishing the back of Ivy White as she goes for the cover. First 1 count of the championship match. Trying to target the arm, but Ivy White fights out with an elbow to the face. Big kick to the midsection, and a brainbuster floating over into the pin. Not even a 1 count from Amber. She will not stay down. Ivy White setting up for something big. Could it be that big Claymore running big boots, knocking Amber to the ground and dragging her right to the center of the ring, right on top of that Ring Classic logo. This could be. Ivy White has retained her championship in authoritative, cocky fashion. While I may not agree with all her tactics, Ivy White is our champion for a reason. Trying to get that quick win earlier with the roll-up, but this could be why Amber wasn't able to kick out of the Claymore. Just wasted energy kicking out of moves that she shouldn't have kicked out at so soon. Float over brainbuster really could have been a sign of the end things to come for Amber Arcade.
Ring Classic Women's Champion, Ivy White.
Winning in definitive fashion, showing exactly why she is your Ring Classic Women's Champion. You may not have to agree with her actions, but you can't disagree with her results. Now, of course, we have our main event for the World Heavyweight Ring Classic Championship. Oliver Awesome versus Ebac. The Guru of Gaming will show you exactly why he is a worldwide sensation.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the Ring Classic Heavyweight Championship.
Here comes the man himself, the challenger for the Ring Classic World Heavyweight Championship, the Guru of Gaming, Ebac. A man known over worldwide for his high-flying skills, tag team accomplishments, and several World Championship runs in several promotions. Known by many names, the Hyrulean High Flyer, the Guru of Gaming. Ebac is here tonight, and I'm sure, in his mind, he is here to win. Now, of course, your Ring Classic World Heavyweight Champion, the one and only Oliver Awesome. Proudly holding that prestigious championship, the Ring Classic World Heavyweight title. Mike Awesome is, of course, ready to defend and ready to keep the championship he has fought so hard to keep in the past and win. Here we have the thing both these men are willing to fight for.
Introducing the challenger from Norwich, England, weighing in at 217 pounds, the player E-Bag.
Not too sure where the crowd will go for this match, but I'm sure both of these men have many loyal fans.
Introducing the champion from Manchester, England, weighing in at 203 pounds, he is the Ring Classic Heavyweight Champion, Oliver Awesome.
Crowd behind the champion as well as being behind the normal fan favorite, E-Bag. Our referee here showing the championship to both competitors, making sure they both know exactly what they will be fighting for. Ring the bell. Let's get this main event started. Already both men going for their big hits as E-Bag hits a drop kick, knocking Mike Awesome to the floor. Hooking the leg, and a small drop kick on the knee. E-Bag already has the momentum in his corner, and this match has barely begun. Heading to the top rope, looking for a big move in the opening moments. And a big moonsault. This could already be the end. Oliver Awesome has not been showing any momentum so far. But no, kicking out at just one. E-Bag trying to keep on the pressure, but it seems Awesome is now getting his head back in the game with a big 619. Knocking E-Bag back into the ring. Mike Awesome already bringing back on the offense, hoping to maybe make up for the wasted time in the early moments. The float over and big running knee. This match shifting momentum from one side till the other, but it looks like Awesome is going and he misses the knee. Looks like E-Bag might be trying to get some momentum back, but able to counter and push him off, kicking him into the ropes. Just landing blow after blow and looking for now that slingshot onto the top rope. Catching him right in his midsection. But Awesome fighting back. Big clothesline sending E-Bag out of the ring. Awesome to the top rope. Could be looking for something. E-Bag struggling to his feet. And Awesome launching himself off the top rope for an elbow drop right to E-Bag's skull. That bionic elbow really causing some trouble. Now the pair brawling on the outside and that padded mat just above the concrete. And of course, as everyone knows, you can't win a championship outside. E-Bag throwing the champion back into the ring, knowing that very well. Very good ring awareness does E-Bag have. Targeting the arm. Looking to keep Awesome off his feet, and the momentum slow. Picking him back up and into that rope. Could E-Bag be looking for? Hitting his impressive springboard moonsault, E-Bag quickly goes for the pin, but Awesome kicks out. Ibak could be thinking of something much bigger here. Where he seems to be setting up for his front flip DDT. The Navita driver, spiking Awesome's head into the mat and quickly going for the cover, wasting no time at all. Though it appears that the ref might be. And Awesome kicking out at 2, showing you exactly why he is the Ring Classic champion. Ibak wondering what he can do. Awesome has taken 2 of his bigger hits, looking to maybe just cut him in half with the camel clutch. Awesome struggling to be free, but he manages to move Ibak's arms and duck under the move. Awesome's going for here, getting his arm clutching over, and the big move there. Picking Ibak back up, and the Snapdragon suplex. I've seen matches end like that before, but clearly Ibak wants to get this championship. Setting up for something big as well. Up on the shoulders, the electric chair. Can he get the half Nelson in? And he does! The half Nelson driver could end this match and Awesome could keep his championship. But Ibak kicks out at 2, showing you exactly why this is the Ring Classic main event. Both these men have the heart of the champion. But who wants it more? As Awesome hits that sling blade, perhaps looking to keep the momentum on his side and make sure he keeps his championship. Some harsh kicks to Ibak's face, but gotta do what you've got to do to keep that championship. Ibak crawling up the ropes following their head kicks. What's this? Ducking under. The backflip and the Hurricane Rana. Awesome just showing exactly why his last name is Awesome. Another Snapdragon suplex. Only a 2 count, but again, this could be just wearing down Ibak. Awesome proving why he is the champion. Showing off to the crowd, Ibak wants to make sure that everyone is behind him for this match. Slamming Awesome's head right first into the floor. It looks like Ibak is building up momentum. And a big flying clothesline. Awesome staying into the corner. And Ibak looking for his 3rd picture-perfect moonsault. This really could be signaling the end of Oliver Awesome's title reign. And no, kicking out at 2, it will take more than a few moonsaults to keep the champion down. But the challenger is keeping on the pressure. For that tight neck breaker. And could be going to the corner again, looking to hit one more Navita driver to really put the finish on this championship match. The DDT busting open. Oliver Awesome. That blood could just be the sign of things to come. And there we have it, your new heavyweight champion on this debuting broadcast of Ring Classic is the Hyrulean High Flyer. The highest score in every arcade. The guru of gaming, Ibak, your new Ring Classic World Heavyweight Champion. Now as we look back at these highlights of this hard-hitting championship main event, we'd just like to thank everyone for watching this first broadcast of the hopefully many of Ring Classic. And we have Mike Awesome's attempts to keep his championship, but clearly his fighting spirit really wasn't all in tonight. Just so many Snapdragon suplexes trying to keep Ibak down, but clearly the contender had other ideas in mind for tonight. We'll see one of his just amazing moonsaults. Well, there we go, viewers. We have your new World Heavyweight Champion for Ring Classic, proving exactly why why he is a top contender in every promotion he has been to. Thank you again for joining me, Charles Hawkeye, sure to be considered one of the greats, the first broadcasting episode of Ring Classic.